Hello, friends. I'm David. I'm Lindsay. That's it. This Desmonds Donders.
Hello, and welcome to a Wednesday Waffle. Probably only a brief one this week. I say that every time, don't I? Now, this time I'm going to be talking about the news and a question I was asked about cameras on Nimrod aircraft that we used back in the day. Now, the news is big news. Desmond has had new batteries. We only got 6 or 7 years out of those last ones. It's absolutely terrible. And we've decided this time, not only we're changing batteries, but we're changing chemistry. We've gone for lithium iron phosphates, and instead of 320 amp hours, we've gone for 200 amp hours, with the option to fit a third soon if we feel we need it. So far, tests are sort of saying we don't. The battery characteristics are so much better than the lead acid chemistry, but time will tell. They've only been in there 3 or 4 weeks, and yeah, time will tell. We had a good weekend last weekend on them. Our second weekend away with them fitted, and yeah, the heating was on most of the weekend and we didn't have a problem, which is what was draining batteries previously. But anyway, we have we're going to see what's what with those. Now, we've only one more weekend away before Christmas, because we're having a couple of weeks off before we go on our winter tour. Now, that doesn't mean there's going to be any slowdown in videos. The videos are all scheduled way up beyond Christmas now. But because we're having a couple of weeks off and we've lost a few weeks during the last few weeks due to weather, then we won't be so far ahead or pushing so far into 2024 when we show our winter tour videos. It might even still be January. So that's the news and the plans. This question I've been asked, right here. If you want to know something that I may know something about, or you want a rant on something that you know is going to wind me up, then please leave it in the comments or on the community tab. If you're going to leave it in the comments or the community tab, while you're there, why not subscribe, leave a like, etc. Do the YouTubey stuff. I don't know whether it helps the channel out or not. Hey, it's nice to see the numbers going up. You'll notice I'm not monetized, and YouTube haven't taken the chance to throw adverts on many of my videos yet. But that day will come, no doubt. Anyway, where was I? My brain was hurting. Oh yes, the one question I have been asked, and I really would like you to ask questions and ask for subjects, is cameras. In particular, the cameras on a Nimrod, and have I any stories about them? Well, there were mainly 2 cameras. A handheld camera at the front, which was loaded with big cassettes. They were about 6 inches across, and if not, yeah, about 6 inches across, we'll go with that. Interchangeable lenses, yeah, handheld, used by the aircrew out of the beam windows. The beam windows were the domed ones that you see. They were also used out of galley windows and other windows in the aircraft as well, because they were handheld and portable, etc, etc. They were a basic but rugged camera. They were going to take the beating that a camera in an aircraft is going to. The other camera was down the back, under the floor, had an optical flat through the fuselage and was like a big, I would say Kodak Instamatic, but it didn't load the same way as a Kodak Instamatic. It loaded the same way as an SLR camera with a roll film, 35mm film. Except in this case, it was more like 35 centimeters. No, it wasn't that big. It was 12, 14 inches. I can't remember. It's a long time. And you used to literally load it just the same way as you would with your roll film. It had a little forwards and backwards advance to get everything tensed and right. And then you just closed up the back, locked it, put the floor back on, and it was controlled from elsewhere in the aircraft. And that was really all they had. They were excellent cameras. They took excellent shots. But then somebody wanted to modify, and this is really where we talk about the question. They replaced the handheld cameras, or trialled the handheld cameras, with Hasselblads. I think they were 120 roll film, medium format type cameras, similar to what was in there, except really finely engineered and a much better camera. I think they called them the 500CM or C/M, something like that. It's going back a long time. And they had these cameras and they took them out, and we weren't dealing with these at all, pretty much like the handhelds previously. They've been dealt with by the photo section. But the photo section was close by and we got to hear the tales. After a couple of flights, the screws were all coming out. The Hasselblads were so finely engineered that they couldn't take the vibrations. So what were the photos doing, the Photo Gs doing? Well, a bit of Loctite will sort that. Yeah. Well, it did. They didn't come apart any further. But they were put back out to the aircrews and they flew a few more trips. And then one of them developed a fault. And of course they're still under warranty, so they would go back to Hasselblad to be fixed. And Hasselblad said, we can't fix these, it's full of crap. Yeah, the Loctite. Whether or not the Loctite was responsible, the Loctite had invalidated the warranty. So that was probably the end of the Hasselblad experiment. We didn't see them anymore, and the old cameras reappeared and were used again. But we still kept loading the big one at the back. There was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet in this cassette that came. And you knew how much was left, and at a certain point you had to change the roll so that they always had something to take pictures with. Yeah. What can I say? Anyway, that's enough from me. You wait a minute. Well, you wait a second. You'll see the drone footage coming along. And I hope you'll join us next time and think about that, like, subscribe, and all the other good things that YouTube likes. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.